Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we are doing what are you manifesting with the supermoon buck moon in Capricorn. Now this new full moon is on the 2nd or 3rd of July depending on where you are, and it is a big deal. Why? Because the buck moon will set you on new paths whether you intend to or not. And it being a supermoon, its orbit is closer to the Earth, and so it's more effective, and it's more noticeably stronger. So you will feel its effect in your life. Now, it being in Capricorn, you will notice that it's most likely in the areas of your life where you're trying to accomplish something, or towards your goals of your career, of course. And, in any area that you're going or you will be committing to, whether you're aware of it now or not. And so, because it's such a big deal, you will see that in the coming days, I have upcoming topics such as where is your path taking you? I feel like it's time to do these types of reading with that big energy, having that type of effect in your life. Also, readings of major changes. So look out for these. And let's begin today's reading. Very excited about it. Let me introduce your piles to you. For pile number 1, you have the tree agate in the shape of a dinosaur. And look, someone moved furniture upstairs in the apartment upstairs, and it kind of felt like the dinosaurs roaring, right? So yeah, tree agate in the shape of a dinosaur. For pile number 2, you have the rose quartz in the shape of a star. And for pile number 3, you have the ocean jasper in the shape of a moon. Another sound, wow. All right. So, my dear soul family, take a close look at these 3 decks or 3 crystals and see which one you are the most drawn to. And that will be the pile for you here today. As I always suggest, if you feel drawn to more than one pile or maybe even all of the piles, trust your intuition. It is your magic that always guides you and leads you to the right readings. And as usual, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I'll see you in your readings. And did you notice there are just sounds that are happening in the intro today? I truly feel there is a big deal with this supermoon. So let's get right into your readings and see what it's all about. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. You were drawn to the tree agate in the shape of a dinosaur. And today we're taking a look at what you're manifesting with the supermoon, buck moon in Capricorn. All right, so let's get straight into your reading. I do feel that your tarot deck is shuffled and ready for this reading. And as you can see, we'll be using 3 other oracle decks. On the table, I'll be pulling out 1 card from each of these 3 decks. So I feel this one. I truly feel this one. So these are 2. So I'm going to take them. Okay. And let's pull 1 more card here. So what are you manifesting with the supermoon, buck moon in Capricorn? It is a big deal. I feel this one. I'm going to take it. I've spoken about it in the intro if you would like to go back and watch it. But for now, let's begin your reading. So, my dear pal number 1, you have community. Whoa, that's so serene and beautiful. I love this energy for you. And I feel with all of the white butterflies, if this is talking about a community that you, especially with the forest, because you know the trees are interconnected through this intricate web of roots, and they do communicate. Like one tree on one end of the forest can be communicating, as I read, sending even nutrients and things to another tree at the other end of the forest. So I do actually feel a very strong sense of community here, but I always like to wait and see what the reading shows us. You have healing chaos. Again, the butterflies. Do you see that? What are the odds? Okay. So you also have the moth and eucalyptus with an ending, right? And look at that. Are you like ending your connection with one community, healing from it and joining another? I don't know. Again, I gotta wait. It just keeps explaining itself as we take a look at all of the cards together. You have the moon in Aries with protection. Okay, these are actually major changes. Perhaps this is you going through, especially with the death head moth, it's called. Death head hawk moth, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, we'll check that in a minute. This is talking about an ending. So the major change here, before we talk about what you're manifesting, you will be going through, I don't want to say something difficult. It's healing chaos. So it's not going to feel so bad for you. In fact, you have protection here. But I want to be honest with you, but I want to show you the full picture at the same time. So here, I think you are ending something major with some group of people, and you will be, and it will lead you to finding better people, because look at the butterflies here. They're all in different colors. Well, the first thing we noticed with this card is that these butterflies are all in white, and white signifies, you know, purity. Could be purity in heart, honesty. Here it could be showing people with different agendas. And so I'm really seeing that the first major thing that will be happening is that, look, an ending. You will be ending your connection with some people that are causing chaos in your life, but look, you're protected. So you're gonna go through it with, of course, Aries energy very strongly. Aries is Mars energy. It's like, I don't want to say it's a war, but you will be like a very strong. It may feel chaotic because you're like setting your ground, saying this is not going to happen to me any longer. That's the type of energy that's happening in your life. You're so proud of yourself as you stand there and go, don't touch that. You cannot touch me any longer. And the wonderful thing about your energy, because that could have just been it, but it looks also that there's a new day arriving right instantly after it, because the death hawk moth, I think that's what it's called, the death hawk moth, is a nocturnal insect, and so it navigates in the night. And look, this is all in the night, showing that it might feel a little bit dark or shadowy in the beginning, but the results, pile number one, but the results. Look at all the beautiful rainbows and the serene forest and the sense of community. It's not like you're going into chaos and then you'll find yourself all alone. No, it could be actually one of two things. You know what hit me? One of two things could happen here. Because these are butterflies at the end of the day. So it could be you standing your ground, saying this is no longer going to happen to me, and you're committing to your word with the Capricorn energy in this buck moon. And because you're standing this ground, now you all as a community have the same goals. You're all being honest now. You're all communicating better, and you're all transforming with all of these butterflies in the right direction. So that could be one thing. For some of you, this is ending your connection with one community And now energetically you have the space to create and form a new community, and you will be finding right away a better community to connect with. And look, it's all eucalyptus here. Eucalyptus is just a serene scent, aroma that they use in spas, and it really does calm us down. So at the end of the day, it might feel, like I said, a little bit chaotic in the beginning, but it will feel very serene, and you will feel strong and protected. If anyone is going to feel the strongest during all of that, the most proud, it's going to be you, my dear pile number one. Okay, so you have the Three of Swords, of course. You have the King of Wands, and look at this energy. Look at this energy. It might be a little bit of a time where there's turmoil, but you are going through it being the strongest person in this whole equation. Right. So you have the Three of Swords, the Knight of Wands. You have the King of Cups. Love that. Whoa! The Queen of Wands. All the court cards, in case you're wondering, that show that you're going to be balanced, strong, standing your ground. And look, the King of Cups showing up. This is important energy. You're going to be doing it with grace. Very strong, but you will have an air of tranquility and calmness and balance and even love through your strong message. And it will really put you in such a strong ground. I think that people may even be putting you on a pedestal during that time, because you're really showing your integrity, your honesty, your power, your self-confidence, and what you're truly capable of creating. And look, is this King of Wands holding a gecko? Look at that. And geckos in symbology is good luck in many cultures. It's a sign of good luck. So luck is absolutely on your side. And people will be putting you from this moment onwards in a very high position in terms of your integrity, in terms of your strength, like mentioned, and in terms of how they value you and see you. All right, let's find out more. So you have the Four of Cups. Oh, sorry, my apologies. The Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups. That's wonderful. You have the Nine of Wands. 2 nines. You have the Sun card. Wow. Look, talk about community. I see 2 people in the Sun card, showing that the positive aspect here in your readings definitely has to do with community, or you adjusting your connection with someone who could have been a little bit difficult in your life, healing that connection with this person once and for all by absolutely standing up for yourself like a warrior. You have the Hermit. You have the Ten of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. And finally, you have the Ten of Wands. Okay. Well, your whole reading is actually talking about this situation. And in the intro, I did mention that with this specific buck moon, you will be set on new paths, whether you intend to do that or not. And we can see that here. Whether this is the same person, the same community or not, you will stand your ground. It might hurt a little bit for all the parties involved, but there is coming a time of either uniting or finding a better community. Look, as you go through that with the Hermit, there will be some time that you will be feeling a little bit alone. I think this will mean that you will cut these people off for a little while. But you can see what looks like a sun in the sky of this Hermit's card, showing me, taking me to the Sun card, which tells me that it's not going to be for long. This is some sort of pause, it seems, to set clear boundaries. This pause may not have been easy for you to do perhaps previously with healing chaos. It's like changing everything, changing your energy, showing them who you are. And it's not easy for you either. But you felt, or you're going to feel, that it is necessary for you to do that, and they will be giving you a lot of respect, watching you make that sort of change, my dear pal, number one, with these people. And look, with the 10 of Pentacles, you know, the 10s in tarot, or the 10s are an excess of an energy. And here, not only are you going to be getting your results and finally having it move the way you wish for it to move, where everyone has clear intentions towards each other, because with all this chaos, you're bringing the shadow out. You're making a transformation, bringing an end to what used to go wrong, that was under the belt, under the table, or maybe even the other people or the person did not notice they were doing to you. And with that pause, they respect how you have respect for yourself, and how you're willing to stand up for what you believe is right for you and what you believe is unfair, and to what extent you're willing to take yourself away from this community or this person and actually be alone. Whether you are planning to do this or not, with this chaos and the buck moon in Capricorn, this is a path that will take you down this line. So that's going to happen anyways. There will be a temporary pause here. And you see, with the sun relating to that sun, and the little bit, the time here that we're seeing, the hourglass, I really see that it's not going to be for long. It might even be for a couple of hours, a couple of days, maybe longer, but really I don't intuitively feel that it's going to be that long. There is this, okay, that's it, everything is ending. And whether you come back to these people, or whether this timing is showing that you will be hit with luck, where you're joining a community, finding a new community that will make you feel very happy. It's like, man, this is the type of energy I've been looking for. If this is a new community, here with the 9 of Cups, this translates to, see, well, there are people who have integrity. There are people who don't gaslight me. There are people who just communicate in such a smooth and calm way. Everything that I've been talking about with these people seems to be in these people just normally, without having to go through such drama and chaos to make it work. And so, yeah, it's either these people changing themselves, realizing that it's difficult to be without you, that they should end the unfairness that they're putting on you, or a new community that the universe is leading you to. In all cases, this is a temporary, like when the chaos happen, remember my words, pile number 1. You are now lucky, because now you are entering finally into a time where you're happy with your connections in your life, whether it being the old or you suddenly joining a new wonderful community. Certainly with the 10 of Wands, it's the end of this heavy load that you had to carry with these people or this person. Explaining what is right for you, enduring difficulty with them. That energy, my dear pile number 1, is over. It's in conjunction to the 9 of Cups. You're moving into the energy of you finally living the life that you want, living the emotions that you want. The 9 of Cups is a wish fulfillment card. And so when this chaos happens, remember pile number 1, don't feel like you're alienated or alone, or don't feel the pressure of these feelings. Remember these words where your cards are showing you now. When this happens, tell yourself, finally, my moment has come. Things are going to go finally in a much better way moving forward, because I found my community, or that my community or my person or my best friend or whoever this person is, will decide to change for the better, for themselves and for you. And my dear pile number one, this is exactly what I see for you. I truly wish you the best of luck with what's to come. It seems like you truly have been enduring a lot. No more, pile number one, no more. Like I said, the buck moon takes you on a new path, whether you intend or not, but really it is for you going to be a major, wonderful one, as we saw with the very first card that popped up in your reading. My dear pile number one, this was your reading. Thank you so much for tuning in. Sending you a hug. When you feel alone, know that I feel for you, pile number one. It will be over before you know it. Timing is a great thing in the Hermit card. And my dear pile number one, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number two. Welcome to your reading. Today we're taking a look at what are you manifesting with the supermoon, buck moon in Capricorn, and you were drawn to the beautiful rose quartz in the shape of a star. So let's take a look at what's happening. What are you manifesting with that big energy? I did mention that it's a significant moon because it's a supermoon. If you want to hear more about it, I did explain it in the intro. But let's first pick out one card from each of your oracle decks. So we have the first one. Let's pick up the I feel this one, so I'm going to take it. Let's pick up the second one here. And oi, oi, oi. Okay. Whoa. All right. So let's see what you have here. You have Jupiter in Scorpio with manipulation. And you have Mercury in Cancer with intuition. How interesting is that? Okay. You also have, whoa, courage. All right. And you have the deer and oat with healing. Beautiful. Okay, let's now pick up your tarot cards. You have the star card right off the bat. Wow, that's wonderful. You have the Woman of Hearts. This is the Queen of Cups, of course. You have the Page of Cups, Girl of Hearts. You have the Ace of Wands. You have a lot of girls and women here. You have the Page of Pentacles with the Girl of Currency. Okay. You have the Emperor, lovely. The Five of Cups. Right. You have the Four of Swords. Look at you turning that phone off. Okay. You have the Ace of Pentacles. And you have the Lover's card. Look, I do see something here that is very similar to pile number one. Before we get into the rest of your reading, because you have a lot going on. I did mention in the beginning that the buck moon will set you on new paths, whether you intend to or not. So there are so many things going on in this pile. And perhaps you want to check pile number one. I think pile number two is meant to check pile number one if you're called to it. Because if you want to know more about this, I think it is explained all over the reading in pile number one. What you can clearly see in the picture here, it seems like some sort of drift, or is it called thrift? I'll remember the right word now, is happening between you and someone. And with the power off and the Four of Swords, you're taking a rest or a break from them. And a sneak peek in pile number one, we do see that things change in a major way because of this pause that is happening there. You'll be surprised to see what's going on in pile number one. And I do see a new beginning with the Ace of Pentacles, a new solid beginning with this person. And your connection becoming stronger. So like I said, if you want to hear more on that, I think you are being called to check pile number one for it, if you feel called to it, of course. But yeah, before we move on from this point, it looks like this person, whether they meant to or not, was playing manipulative games for their own benefit. With the deer here, I feel like you have more honest, kinder intentions. And so the intentions are not matching at the moment between you and this person. And with courage, I do see that you will be making a big move with this person. Again, explained in pile number 1. It's crazy how the energies of are matching in pile number 1 and pile number 2. There must be another astrological element that I haven't read about. I'm not an astrologer, that is giving us the same energy. And if you know more about this, please share it in the comment section. I always learn from you guys. So if there's something maybe going on with Venus that I don't know about, or some other planet, Saturn or something, please let me know. But we're seeing the same energy. And if you watch pile number 1, you will be flabbergasted with how the cards show the same exact energy. So whether this is a romantic partner, a best friend, a parent, a manager, whatever type of relationship, your siblings, your children, the intentions aren't aligned here with this person before we move on here. And so because of this major move that you are making, I see with the emotions firing up, like you're going to be speaking up, going in rage, saying no. It doesn't have to be like a loud noise, but more of you saying strongly, no, that's not happening to me. And although with the rocks here, you kind of usually felt that this person doesn't budge, but you know, water is much stronger than what meets the eye, because water can eat up rocks and things over time. And so although this person may be standing strong here, thinking that they can move and manipulate things in their way, in the way that they want, they wouldn't expect that the water or the emotion or that tender, graceful energy we're seeing with the deer here will be able to eat at them. And so I think here with this drift, I think it's called a drift, yeah. This drift going on here, it will make the both of you feel sad, but specifically this person. Hold on. Okay, sorry guys. You know, as I was talking about this right now, the camera showed me no space, so I got worried a little bit and I had to stop and delete things so that I don't lose the footage that I'm reading, because in the past couple of days I did lose the footage and it was just really bad. So anyways, this tells me here, now that it happened as we were explaining this, I think this person will realize you have no more space for what they used to do or that type of manipulation that they used to do, whether they mean it or not. And you are turning your energy off. You're like, I'm not taking this. And this is a big move going on with that dear person in your life. And because of that pause or that shutting off, it's like you're not seeing this person. That's not going to happen. Messages, unread messages. You're like, I'm not reading this. We're not connecting. It's leading to healing in this connection, where I think there is going to be a new solid beginning with this person, them revising themselves, revising this action, changing the energy to better intentions towards your intentions of, having better intentions for the both of you and not just one person. And you will be seeing, you will be surprised to see a solid new beginning with this person, and it will really empower and endear the connection between the both of you. So that's the first thing that we're seeing that you're not expecting, that is going to take you on a new path, although may not feel right away as soothing and nice, but it will certainly be so worth it when you reunite with this person in a much better way than the chaotic, manipulative energy. Okay, let's now take a look at the rest of the things that are happening in your life here with this new buck moon. I'm seeing here with all these phones that there is some sort of rebranding in your personal life. Like, I don't know, I'm kind of seeing you rebranding who you are. maybe some of you are going out shopping, changing your style, maybe changing your hair color, changing how you present yourself, or maybe this rebranding is just a new light or a new way that people in your personal life are going to be seeing you. In all cases, it looks like you are going to be really seen in this new phase of your life. Socially, there's a lot of interactions. So 10 million followers, 10K messages or likes. I feel that in your social life, this is really what I intuitively feel. I do not see it as a business, because a lot of the times it could be social pages. I could be wrong. Please take it as it resonates. If you do have a social page, then obviously there is popularity happening here. Don't get me wrong. I'm just explaining what I see intuitively. I really feel for a lot of you, you are rebranding yourself, presenting yourself in a new light, or simply as you being seen in a new light and gaining popularity in your personal life of some sort. I genuinely feel that. I don't know why, it's just a strong feeling that I have. Yeah, do you see that? There is personal, I'll take that in a second. Personal, see, it's your personal phone, between you and someone and others. Look at that match. Your cards are also talking about the situation here. Maybe it looks like you are, this person that you're cutting off will be the one actually watching you on social media. That could be another way to look at it. So yeah, in all cases, it's in your personal life. Whether it is you connecting with others more and you're being watched in your social life and you changing your style and appearance and everything, or in your case with specifically this person, as you're not answering them. We did talk about you switching your phone. I think they will be watching you during that time on social media. Right, so with Temperance, throughout all of that, you are finding your internal balance. You're finding who you are. You are actually using this as a break to take care of yourself, putting yourself out there. This could be another way to look at your cards. You're definitely putting yourself out there, and maybe even making new friends with this new Buck Moon. Something is going to prompt to happen with the Ace of Wands, connecting you. Do you see that? Connecting you to others. And I can't help but tell you that you will be maybe even with a passport traveling, or changing your style, changing your hair. Maybe this is about, with the Page of Pentacles, a new beginning and how you present yourself. You taking better care of yourself. Definitely going on here in your life. There's changes around this area with the new Buck Moon. And you're manifesting more connections with others. You're manifesting a better connection in a specific area of your life with someone special. I think your energies are finally going to match, and there's better reciprocity between the two of you, whereas in the past there were different intentions going on with regards to this connection. That pause will definitely make a difference, and that pause will help you take better care of yourself, rejuvenate, and create maybe even other connections with other people. Very interesting reading. Also, I do want to tell you something that we don't want to forget here. There is a new source of income. See Ace of Wands, and we see this hand holding a Bitcoin. I feel that you're getting a share from a new market or a new type of beginning that you're making with the Ace of Wands here. Maybe you're doing something freelance that is getting you more money, and yeah, some sort of new income. I'm not sure how. Oh, maybe you are investing in Bitcoins, like literally. Or maybe you are, it's not like it doesn't have to be you freelancing or working a second job or starting a new beginning. It could be, especially that the Ace of Wands is, a new spark is created. But it also could be an investment in something, you investing into something that will bring you a lot of money. It's like you will thank yourself for putting that small investment into something because it will be getting you a lot of money moving forward. And this new money is causing you to live some sort of luxurious life where you're traveling, you're shopping. Yeah, traveling the world, shopping, buying yourself nice things, taking care of you. That's definitely on the table here for you, my dear pile number 2. All sorts of new beginning are happening for you. And I really feel, I don't want to say this because this may seem so mean to say or not nice, but it is what I'm seeing. I have to tell you, during that break, my dear pile number 2, you look like you're taking care of yourself. You'd think with a breakup like that, with someone special, you would be sad. That was in pile number 1. You might hear more information about that, but it's like, here is the energy of you healing and taking great care of yourself. And while you're at it, you may be distracted a little bit with the new money coming in. Yeah, a new source of income somehow appearing in your life. That's the energy of the Ace of Wands. Something igniting in your life, something coming out of nothing. And maybe you are distracted by enjoying your life, traveling, getting yourself nice things, or doing, living your life. And so by the time this energy changes, you will be enjoying both these two elements in your life. This could have been very specific, but I like to just let the cards show me freely what I'm seeing for you. Speaking now of following, since I took that out of the way and told you what I see intuitively, actually, I could be wrong about the following because we have 10 million followers follow. So, and it's in conjunction to the Emperor. And the Emperor is like some sort of establishment, especially this one looks like a business establishment. And it does seem like someone is following them. So maybe you are either one of the two things. Maybe you have a social media page and you'll get a lot of attraction towards your social media page, exactly like the cards are showing here. Or it could be that you're forming maybe a team. Maybe that's the new beginning, and good for you because it looks like it's definitely reaping some rewards for you. So that's definitely as well on the table for you in case you are, in case you do actually have a social media page. And like I said, my apologies. I did not ever mean to say that it's not about the social media. I just wanted to follow the idea that I first wanted to show you that here something is definitely, whether you have a social media page or not, here something personally is definitely going on. And along with that, there is also a great following happening to you if you have a social media page. So my dear pile number 2, as you can see, there is a lot of things going on for you in your life during that time. You're manifesting so many things. You're manifesting a better connection with someone significant in your life. You are manifesting some social connections with others. You are manifesting some sort of rebranding in who you are. You are manifesting money coming in from some sort of new income stream. And if you have a social media page, you are manifesting a great following, a large following to your social media page, my dear pile number 2. So many things going on, and I'm really happy for you that during that time where you feel a little bit sad, I'm so sorry about that, my dear pile number 2. But see, I think the universe will really be distracting you from the sadness from this energy, because boy, there's so much going on in your personal life, meeting new people, going out shopping, taking care of you, maybe even traveling, and giving you a break from that energy and allowing that energy with this manipulative energy to reconsider what they're doing, because I do see a beautiful reunion happening between the two of you. Very specific pile. Loved your reading. I wish you the best of luck. And I mention, and a large following here. I wish you the best of luck with everything that is happening in your life. May you live in happiness always, my dear pile number 2. And if you've enjoyed your reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 2, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. You were drawn to the ocean Jasper in the shape of a moon, and today we're taking a look at what are you manifesting with the supermoon, buck moon in Capricorn. This is a major full moon. If you want to hear more about it, specifically and why it's major, you can hear it in the introduction of this video. I've talked a lot about what energies to expect, especially that as a summary, you will see that it will be taking you on a new path, whether you intend to or not. So let's see what's going on here. I see these 2 cards. Let's take them. And we'll be picking up one oracle card from each of the tarot decks that are on the table. I feel this one. And finally, let's see. Whoa, thanks a lot. Okay, so that's it. Let's see what you have. Right, so whoa, I love this for you. So you have miracles, and I genuinely see that there are 2 new paths that will seem like some sort of miracle happening to you in your life at the moment with the buck moon. And you know, rainbows are not a common sight. This is like, it's definitely the energy of miracles, because anywhere around the world, when a rainbow does actually happen, you see everyone standing in and all pointing towards the rainbow, going, oh my God, look, there is a rainbow. So there are 2 beautiful new beginnings, 2 miracles happening in your life right now. So let's see what they are. So you have wisdom. I'm seeing emotional depth to it. So not sure what this translates to in terms of your reading yet, but really that's what I'm seeing here. Some sort of emotional depth going on. And you have the dragonfly and pansy with balance. Okay. Finally, with the oracle cards, you also have Jupiter and Gemini with bluff. Okay. Now, let's take a look at your tarot cards. So you have the Chariot. You have the World card. You have the 8 of Swords. The Knight of Wands. You have the Page of Cups. Can you see it if I put it there? Yes, for sure. Ooh. All right. You have, let's take 4 more cards. The Page of Wands. The Devil card. The 9 of Pentacles. And you have the Queen of Swords. Beautiful energy. There's a mishmash here of really positive cards, strong cards, and then you have the 8 of Swords and the Devil and the bluff. You know, I'm seeing these 2 aspects going on here, but at the end of the day, there are 2 new miracles, and I think they're being presented here by the Chariot and the World card. Here we see Baba Yaga in the Chariot. And that gives me a little bit of the bluff energy that we see in your oracle card here, because you know, Baba Yaga lives in the forest. She lures children in. She tries to lure children in. So there is some sort of bluff happening or some luring in, especially with the devil. Yeah, some luring in that is happening in your life, but it's gonna turn out to be in your favor. And that is what this energy here is not expecting. Whether this is a person or an employer or whatever type of energy this is, it looks like this is an energy that thought that it had power over you, and it's luring you in. It thought it was going to trap you. But then, against all odds, it turns into your favor. And we'll be exploring your tarot cards further to see how that's going to happen. But that's definitely happening here for you. I think in the depth lies more secrets than this energy is really seeing. This is a fake energy with the devil card. They seem to be all powerful, like they have everything under control, that they got you under control. But really, I think things are going to change totally to your favor. And this energy looks tough on the outside, but very empty on the inside. Meaning they don't really have the type of power that they think they have. Or it could be one situation giving you two benefits. Stay with me. We'll find out here. But you're getting into the depth of something and thinking for yourself, because here you have the pansies, and it's named after the French word penser, to think. So I think you're deeply thinking about something here, getting into the depth of something, and I think you're coming out with something that, with the eyes covered, that this other person or this other organization or this other energy is not expecting. And I will be looking forward into what type of energy this is, but let's move with the cards until we figure it out. So that energy, I feel, has to do with something that actually belongs to you. Because here we see the Slavic tree of life. And of course, as usual, with every tree of life, we always have the serpent and a bird. And if you look in, it's really mind-blowing how every mythology, or nearly every mythology, has a tree of life, and it has a serpent, and it has a bird. You know, in fact, I actually can show you, like, for example, in Norse mythology, let me grab the deck. You have, it's the same thing, tree of life. And you have a tree with the bird and the serpent. All the way down to Mesopotamia, the first civilization. With the Sumerian tree of life, it was the Hulupu, I think it was called Hulupu, where Ishtar brought this tree of life, the Hulupu, and she placed a serpent to protect the tree of life. But then came a bird. I can't remember what type of bird, but came the bird, I really forgot its name, and it stole the tablet of life, or the tablet of wisdom. No, the tablet of destiny, I think. And also placed an egg in a nest, its children, or its eggs there. And so Inanna, or Ishtar, was really devastated with that. So anyways, here, by the way, with the tree of life, it's the oak tree in the Slavic mythology. And we see wisdom here. You're solving the situation with a lot of wisdom that is not expected. And with the bird appearing in the nest, we get the idea that someone nested in something that belongs to you. Someone tried to take something that belonged to you, and for a while made you feel like you didn't have a hand in this. And they tied you to your own tree, or made you feel stuck to something that belongs to you, my dear pile number one. You know, an example of that, for example, the first thing that comes into mind, like you have a home and you invite someone over because they don't have a home. They can't find a place to stay. They come in, they ruin the relationship between you and your family. They take over your home. They ruin your work, yada, yada, yada. You know? That's an example with the nesting here. The first example that would come to mind. I promise I will try to explore what that energy is. But in case you do know what type of energy that is, you try to protect it with the snake here, but they felt like they were smarter than you. They felt like they can bluff you, bluff the people around you, or bluff you into thinking that they have more power than you, my dear pile number one. This energy, I would be surprised if you don't know what we're talking about, because it seems like with the world card, it was really affecting your whole world, and it was genuinely making you feel stuck. You didn't know how to deal with this person or this energy. Although with the young energy, with the Page of Wands, not yet even upgraded to the King of Wands, they think with the little power that they have, that they own you, that they, now they have control over you, they have control over everything that you own, ha ha ha. And they think they can bluff you, they think they're smarter than you, and they think they got you stuck. In fact, with the peacock feather here, they think they're pretty unique, and they think they have control, like they have all the power, even though this is the Page of Wands. That even though that's just like the fool's energy, it's the energy of someone just got something small, and because they don't know the full scope of it, they think they got it all. It's like someone with a new experience at work, and after a while, they, for any reason, by chance of luck, they got promoted very early into being a leader, and they already think they can play around with their power, not knowing that the employees that they may even have more power than them with their experience. The company can't let them go, with their reputation, with them all saying no, with them not listening to this person in the first place. So it's that type of innocent, I don't want to say innocent, it's that type of naive power that, see, this person thinks that they have it all, that they have all sorts of power, but really, in fact, their power is pretty insignificant. But it was enough to disturb your peace for quite some time. Now that is significant. This person, once they've taken this power with all of the wands here, once they've taken on this little power, they thought that they owned the world, and they started already luring you in, bluffing, lying, manipulating, doing all sorts of tactics, thinking that they cannot be caught, thinking that they have the ultimate power, and they have been, with that misunderstanding in their mind, been really annoying you or disturbing your peace for some while. And although you can see through the bluff, you can see through what they're doing, it did keep you actually stuck for one reason or the other. Maybe stuck with your mental peace because it is the swords, or cause some sort of hindrances at the end of the day. And just like Ishtar, you could have been crying over your spoiled tree, or crying over the bad situation that's been going on. I see that you will be overcoming this situation with this person with great intelligence, finally cutting their evil out of your life. They will go back to their place. And I see with the Knight of Wands, you fighting with great courage, and nothing is standing in your way with the Knight of Wands. There is a mix here between you being adamant till the very end, nothing is standing in your way, but with the Page of Cups, you're doing it with also love. It could be also class. You're doing it with class. How interesting. With the Page of Cups, taking care of their pet fish, I think you're more like treating them like a child almost, like you're the one superior over them, like speaking to them with grace or empathy, but at the same time, you're not stopping at letting them break your boundaries. It's really interesting, my dear pile number 3. The 3 piles so far have had an element of someone dealing with someone. And although I thought the reading was going to take us towards the Capricorn energy because it is the supermoon of Capricorn, I think having done the 3 piles, I'm seeing the adamancy of Capricorn in dealing with some sort of relationship, and each one in a very different, nearly very different way. But I'm surprised to see the piles talking about connections with others, whether it's business or in your personal life. And like I said in pile number 2, there must be some astrological element. I'm not an astrologer, I don't know, that has to do at the moment with relationships as well, or connections. In all cases, this is someone who has been disrupting your whole life, actually, with the little power that they had. And because they really thought they had much bigger power than they actually do, they went to town. And because they did go to town naively, they disrupted your whole life. Your whole world was affected because of a tiny power that someone had. And I think for a while, you might have actually believed them with the 8 of Swords. You were blinded. It's like you followed their lead and actually thought you too that you were stuck with that sort of power that they have. Here, it looks to me that with a little bit of thought, thinking deeply about some sort of strategy that you are going to be making or thinking about, you'll take power back into and matters into your own hand, shifting the reality of the situation and being back in control. The 9 of Pentacles shows that you'll be very happy with this, because 9 of Pentacles is independence as well. So you're finally getting independence from the situation, and you're getting it with thought. Here, the 9 of Pentacles is holding a swan, and the swan reminds me of the goddess Saraswati, that rides on the swan and takes us into her world of creativity. So we're seeing creativity, thinking outside the box, thinking deeply about things that the other person may not be seeing. Now you're waking up and you're seeing through their tiny power. And because you realize they don't have all that power, you're planning and plotting something that will make you super victorious. And that's the first rainbow here. Just like Ishtar, you're celebrating your life back, having control and power over your life back. I think it was Utu, her brother, that fought and gave her the tree of life back. Utu is the god of light, and in your case, it is your enlightenment, your thought about the situation that will bring you your life back. And that is the first rainbow we're seeing, and the first major change, and the first energy you're manifesting into your world. Removal of that ugly energy. I feel like someone got control of your life with a tiny power that they took, or you maybe gave them, and they just totally went to town here. Okay, so you're absolutely boldly, swiftly overcoming this person. I think you'll absolutely shock them with what they don't see coming here. Okay, so that's the first rainbow we're seeing. Let's explore the second rainbow, or the second thing that you're manifesting here with the supermoon, buck moon in Capricorn. The second the second miracle that's coming with that is deep healing that you couldn't have otherwise reached the depth of to heal unless you would have gone through a situation like that. And I think this is why you have miracles in your reading, because not only is it a miracle of you overcoming that horrible energy that you've been seeing and realizing how small it was, because you may have magnified it due to some pain, unhealing fear, due to pain, past pain that could have scared you and kept you stuck and allowed this person to roam this way. But it's a miracle, because it seems to me that you wouldn't have been able to see or heal that type of shadow unless a situation like that happened in your life. It pushed you to go down the rabbit hole, down to a depth you wouldn't have otherwise experienced, felt, have had to deal with, unless you would have faced this situation maybe again in your life. Maybe there was something similar in your past, and that's it had to happen in a certain way for you to heal. In fact, this actually reminds me of a podcast that I heard from Huberman. He was talking about, Huberman is a neuroscientist, and he was talking about how healing from trauma, that's what he was talking about in one of his podcasts, healing from like some sort of trauma or huge fear that you had. He was talking about how some studies showed that you could only heal from it. One of like the major ways you can heal from something like that is that if you were triggered or that emotion arose, and it's not running from it. It's allowing yourself to experience that emotion and to have the power, now that you're experiencing it, to push it away, or to, be the one to be in control and say, no, I'm not going to feel this way anymore, to push it away. He was talking about how you heal past significant emotions like traumas and fears and things like that this way. And it really intrigued me. And so perhaps your reading here is pointing towards that, going to the depth of something, finally reaching a spot that you could only have healed by going through this difficult situation. And the miracle, and the true miracle, is not just getting control back of your life, which is so important. The tree of life shows, especially here in Slavic mythologies, the oak tree, which has to do with wisdom, finding that wisdom. It's not about getting control back of your life, which is an amazing thing on its own, but it's having the understanding and the emotional control and the emotional healing to never experience ever again in your life any type of energy like that, of anyone who thinks they can control you like that, or just play around with energy and sway you back and forth. And the only reason someone was able to do that in your life, I don't think they could have done it in any other area of your life. I mean, if you heard that story in another area of your life, you would have probably gone, excuse me? That definitely ain't gonna happen, But in that area, it was happening. And it actually caused you a lot of stress, turmoil, sadness, made you feel stuck. When it was coming from young energy, someone who took over, I think because you allowed them without knowing to lure you in and to take over in that way. And so, like I see for you, my dear pile number 3, 2 miracles are happening. You taking back control over your life, and most importantly, the miracle of having a situation come into your life where you can show yourself that you can overcome the situation, healing it forever from your existence. Healing in such a grand way where this type of energy in any type of other situation in your life would never have that effect on you again. And my dear pile number 3, this is exactly what I see you manifesting with the supermoon, buck moon in Capricorn. I wish you from the heart the best of luck with this situation. May you always rise to the top as a winner and not allow any shadow or dark energy in any way, shape, or form overcome your life. My dear, beautiful pile number 3, this was your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 3, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye!